up, Desi?
Special guest, what do you guys have? What do you guys have for UFC
What?
295? What do you guys have for UFC 295? Yep. What's up, Desi?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What's going on?
Can I get a whoop whoop? What?
I can hear you now. What's going on, girl?
Hold on, I'm gonna try to put you on my. Can I get a ski? Hold on.
Are you good at everything? The sound, everything.
Man, I've been good. I actually forewent my boxing training today so we could do this.
Damn. What did yeah, for those who don't know, Desi, she
actually we do need to make some revisions here.
I want to say over a decade.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me, Desi? I said you've been training at CSA for over a decade now with Coach Henry Fitzgibbon. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Yeah, guys. So who's excited, man? Who's excited for UFC 295? Get the remote.
We got this.
Who's excited, man?
Guys, we're getting ready to expose. I want all those fans at Millions to let me know who is it that they think is more likely going to win this fight. So I want you guys to go to millions.co. We'll be answering your questions.
Let's go. I think I've got it now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're good. Let's go. UFC 295, baby. What's up, my brother?
Nothing much, Desi. So what's up, man? Let me know, man. How you been? How are things coming?
Dude, stuff is good, man. Stuff is good. I actually just left the gym. We have boxing sparring on Fridays, and it's like intense. It's intense, man. We're getting like really, really good work. We like actually really miss you there. You should come by and get, just to play around or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe I'll come by and bring Hasbullah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, how many of those pillows do you have in your house? I see them all the time.
They're everywhere, man. You want to talk to Dana White?
Okay, I see you.
What about forget him. What about Uncle Mike? What about Tyson?
Okay, let me see. Oh, Shiki. Dude, those are so dope, man. Yeah, I need one of those.
Yeah, these are all my props, man. But so that's cool. So for those who are watching, again, guys, we're live. So you guys make sure to go to millions.co. Me and Desiree are going to be going over UFC 295 weigh-ins. I mean, it's super excited with the main event. With Poltan, Alex Pereira versus Yuri Prochazka. I mean, there's just a lot of good things, and we have our special guest. That's right, we have Desiree. Can everybody give her a woo woo?
Oh my God, I love it. What's up, y'all?
So Desiree's been working. She's been training at CSA for like the last 10 years, and she's under Kieran Fitzgibbon, who's also one of my mentors and coaches, and it's just cool to see you. So, big if you could hear a big round of applause for Desi. Come on, producers, come on, everybody.
Yeah. I would say, but I would give you a round of applause back because, man, like I will tell you, I think it's really interesting as we start knowing people for more or close to a decade. We see these like evolutions and changes that they go through in their life. And it's like when you were on the Tough 24 with us at CSA, like you were grinding. Like I remember you guys, like you guys were there grinding. And then, look where you are now. So man, I'm just kind of blown away. Like it's super inspiring to watch. Like we don't talk every day, but like to see a friend elevate to that level is just pretty phenomenal. So I'm sure you're super proud of yourself, but like, man, us at CSA too, it's like a pleasure,
I feel like I don't talk about my gold medal or my 2 bouts enough.
No, dude. When I talk about your friends, like, bro, he's a Olympic like wrestler. Like you have no idea. Like this dude's a badass. So yeah. Anyway,
Stop.
Let's fight.
Stop it. I'm blushing. But
Anyway,
what's crazy? So I can go back real quick when we first met. This was in 2016 when I decided to do my whole training camp out at CSA in Northern California, and
yeah.
it was cool because I've never done a camp away from home. Like to me, it was like I always want to do everything home because I just love home. But I think really getting out of my comfort zone and then watching the way you guys did things at CSA and obviously having a
Mhm.
great coach like Carrion really just really brought that team effort environment to me that where I'm just like, okay. So I took a lot from CSA, so it was something that was super super cool for me
Mhm.
to learn from learn from a great stand-up school. With Gaston at that time was there. I mean, obviously
Mhm.
myself. Gina Carano was there at that time.
Yeah.
Um,
Kevin Ross,
yeah,
the
Kevin Ross.
Frasco sisters.
Yeah, yeah. Man, so much. And then how about those damn Halloween parties that you guys used to throw?
Oh yeah, dude. I swear. Actually, you know what? We did not have a Halloween party. So shout out to our gym. We usually have the dopest Halloween. Well, we have the dopest parties in general, I would say. But this year, I think there's like we're opening a new gym, which we're all super super excited about. It's going to be like a brand new facility, like yoga and like all of these kind of cool recovery and workout things there. And then we'll still have CSA, and so we're growing like as a team. Our amateur team is huge. Gaston's still there. He's fighting in January against a pretty tough guy. But yeah, like everybody's getting better. Everybody is like growing, and it's kind of cool to watch. I made my pro debut in September, Muay Thai, and so that was interesting because after all of these years, like I finally like turn the leaf. And so yeah, so that feels really good. But man, yeah, I've been with Carrion, to be fair, 7, 8 years. But to take somebody who, like for me, I had a gymnastics, soccer, cheerleading background. Like nothing said punching faces in my world, and he's like taken me from the bottom here. Like it's pretty phenomenal. And so when people ask us about our striking system and the way we are at CSA, like it's absolutely unequivocally works, if you follow the plan. So yeah, man, it's really
I,
cool.
I can attest to that. Carrion's a hell of a coach. For those who are in Northern California and that want to go to a great striking school with a great leader, I love Coach K, man. Coach K, I respect that dude to the fullest. He's a big part
Yeah.
of my success, and I love that dude. It was
Yeah.
awesome to go back. 'Cause I didn't go back for like a few years. Remember, it was awesome to go back and
Mhm.
present Coach K with the UFC belt.
Yeah,
Uh,
you did, didn't you?
it was just cool, man. It was just cool. And I'll never forget that. Honestly, Dedra, it's like it's super cool because you met me before I kind of went on this rampage of
Hmm.
legends and becoming a double champ and things like
Yeah.
that. It's just cool, man. It's just cool that that there's a process. There's a process to becoming a champ.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And you've been so consistent. And yeah, like, and when you take it seriously, right? Like those things combined can be, I think, so beautiful. And it's really cool actually even to watch women that I've been friends with and people that I know also taking that same track. And yeah, it's just really cool to watch. I mean, this game, I feel like my teammate says like it will chew you up and spit you out, if you're not serious, if you're not like have that champion mindset, like it will absolutely. And I don't do MMA, right? So it's very different. Like Muay Thai, we can prep for a fight. I have this mentality now, 4 weeks, I'm good, right? Like 4 weeks, I'll get in the ring, fight Muay Thai. But for MMA, it's like you guys need 8 to 12 weeks, right? Like for a camp, it's kind of crazy. Is that normal, right? 8 to 12.
Yeah, yeah. Depends if you're on the lazy side. Maybe you'll probably even go 6.
Okay.
But I think even for like Muay Thai though, because you guys compete so much, especially the
Mhm.
people from Thailand, that they that they and
Babies. Let me see
we
the
have a
boy.
and we have a special guest here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God. How's the boy doing? How's everybody? How's your family, man? Are you getting sick over there?
Diz o que você pega. Estou aqui ao vivo. Can you go with Grandma Chuchi?
Oh my God. Henry, you have 2 children.
Stay away from the Mexicans. They're too fertile.
Hey, you guys are, and she's Brazilian. You guys are gonna have at least 3 more. Yo,
No, but I was going to tell you, how old is your kid now? How old is your
dude,
little boy?
he is 12, and he's taller than me.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
it's
remember him at CSA. He was probably about 6, maybe.
yeah, 5. No, I think he was 5. Yeah, 5 or 6, just turning. Dude, he was tiny. He was little. He was a baby. He's grown up in the gym, honestly, and like he doesn't want to do anything combat sports related at this time, but I think he's still there's like a little jujitsu knack in there for him, but he's playing basketball and he picked me up like a little while ago and I was like, bro, put me down. This isn't appropriate. Like I can't. Like they just grow so fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have any words? You have any words of advice for me as a new dad? Is there anything I should? I know obviously you've been there before, but you got 10 on me.
Yeah, no, dude. I think the biggest thing I learned from parenting, and honestly, like I'm learning every day, and there's things about myself that I had to face personally because of having a child that I may otherwise have avoided, right? Because it kind of like they'll expose the crappy part of you. Like they are not afraid to bust you out. Don't tell any secrets that you really don't want told because they will tell. And I say like, dude, this is balance of like push and pull of like when to let go of the leash and when to pull the leash back in and like recognizing when those moments are and like being conscious about the adjustments we make as parents.
Right.
Because the first 7 years are like the most important, right? And like discipline and love need to match and like those things need to go hand in hand because they look for structure and they look for discipline and all of these things, but like you also need to match that with love too, right? Like so I'm always like reminding I'm super hard on my son. Like he knows mama don't fuck around, right? Like I'm from Missouri, like we don't fuck around. Like someone go get their ass whoop, okay? And like we had this issue with grades for a while. Like it was tough, man. We were up till 10 o'clock at night, 11 doing homework. And I'm like, A plus B is C. Like the freaking, and so, yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, it's one of those things where you have to make adjustments and you have to be patient and like, it's tough, dude. It's tough.
Yeah. So what
Are
do
we
you?
going live? Are we in?
I think we're just waiting on the UFC.
Why are you holding Hasbullah like that, bro? Like your baby.
I don't know, dude. I feel safer on him. Hezbollah.
Yeah, like you're a dad for sure holding that thing like that. I'm just gonna let you know now.
I even curved him.
I know you.
Train
You
a
want to
25-year-old man.
swaddle him too? Yeah. How is he? Is he funny? Like, because does he speak English?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, that was like one of my highlights with Hasbullah. That was one of my highlights with him is getting a chance to hang out with him. I went to Russia about a couple years ago, about a year,
Mm-hmm.
and they asked me, "Hey, man, is there anything that you want to do in particular?" I'm like, "Yeah." I says, do you guys know Hasbullah? Like, and they're like, "Yeah, we know." I was like, "Is there a way you can bring him over here?" So they ended up driving Hasbullah from Dagestan to Chechnya, and it was
Oh,
about an hour, yeah, it was about an hour and a half drive, and he came, and it was me, Kamaru Usman, and Justin Gaethje, and we had a chance to hang out with him, meet him. I wrestled with him. I beat him up a little bit. It was,
dang.
it was cool, man. He's tiny. Like
Yeah.
when you see him in person, he's actually a lot smaller in person. Than what
Mm-hmm.
he's literally this size. Like
That is wild.
this is he's like a foot and a half, maybe 2 feet,
Wow.
maybe.
That is spectacular.
Yeah. So
And then
so
you
now
wrestled.
what's going on? So what's your take right now? So are you planning on making that transition to the UFC?
Man, man. This is something, well, so I don't know, I do dabble occasionally, like I'll do jujitsu. We were actually just talking about this yesterday, like just like Des, we need to get you into jujitsu, like at least just come pop in, do this. And I think I am, because my teammate, Adam Piccolotti, he's a Bellator, now he's with the PFL, and his jujitsu game is like next level. So he's coaching at CSA now. And so all my buddies are like, yeah, Des, come on, let's go. Let's fucking roll. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And, I think I've been told that a transition like that could be possible. I just have stuck to my roots with Muay Thai, because I feel like Muay Thai has become more popular in the US. There's like increasingly more capacity for fights like that. I mean, you heard, who was it, Rogan or Dana, who was like, I would love to see a Muay Thai fight. A Muay Thai fight within UFC. Like, that would actually be kind of dope.
Yeah. So
I could
my
see
next
that.
question is: so what do you think? What ONE FC is doing? I mean, would you end up making more of that transition to one? I mean, I love what ONE FC is doing with the whole rules, and how's it that
Yeah.
they're actually kind of putting everything together.
Yeah. And I think the Asian market in general too, like I've gotten so much support on the Filipino side, and like I don't embrace that culture enough. But like, yeah, I think it's really cool how they have this kind of multi-layered type of fights that are happening. And I think it does open the door for someone like myself. Let's just say, like, I'm strictly Muay Thai, and maybe I want to go into mixed martial arts, right? It gives that platform to make a transition without having to like maybe switch contracts or jump ship or do whatever, right? Maybe it'll be a flexible platform too for people like that. Who knows? But I could see the UFC doing some kind of stand-up thing too. Like that would actually really be cool. You remember how Glory used to do like different, like they would have it would be the last fight. It would be like the post-fight limbs. Maybe something like that would even be interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think the way everything's kind of going now. Uh, you're on the UFC thing right now, right? The weigh-ins haven't started yet.
Well,
That's
actually, I just saw a drop down that says UFC started live weigh-in process.
okay. 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 Are you click on it again? Yeah. So again, guys, we're here live. You guys, for those who are watching, you guys make sure to tune into the live weigh-ins where we're gonna give each other. Oh, there he is, Uncle Dana White. Dana
Let's go.
White's lost so much more. He's lost weight, man. He's lost a little bit of his mass, but for the better.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so we got Jamal Emmers versus Buzakia, featherweight bout. Do you know of any of these guys?
Yeah, I do. And you know what? I'm gonna pull up my thing too here.
You're welcome.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So do you know Jamal? Do you know Jamal Emmers?
I don't. The only thing, but I think he trained at Alpha Male, Uriah Faber's gym. I was like looking on his IG, and he like, I don't know if he's there full time, but I don't know, man. This guy Dennis though, he's good.
Yeah, yeah. I think he trains with. I want to say Dennis trains with. With Aljamain and all those other guys up in Long Island. So I've seen this
Mhm.
guy once before. I know he's a favorite in this fight,
Yes.
and he's super crafty. Uses his wrestling quite a bit, and I think if Emmers ain't careful, man, this guy's gonna pop him upside the head. So
Right, right.
who do you got for this one?
I got Dennis. I got Dennis for sure. I think his last fight, I think Dennis for sure. I think his last fight, maybe he shouldn't have lost, but the other guy that he fought is tough. He's a tough. Is it Woodson or who did he fight last?
Yeah.
But it was a tough fight.
You see them. You see them starting to smack talk.
Are they smack talking? Hold on, let's go back. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, here he goes. There he goes.
Yeah, there we go. Now we have Van versus Borjas. We have. I tell you what, this I'm not. I want to say I've seen this dude fight maybe one time, or was he part of the contenders? But he's a tough Peruvian man, and I remember that coach right there, the one that you're seeing on the screen right now. He's a really tough Peruvian who's man. Those dudes sometimes they just base their things on ability. They may not have the technique, but their ability of going hard and having that tenacity, having that Mexican style pressure makes them
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. Yeah. There's like 8 Peruvians now in the UFC, Gaston being one of them.
Which is a lot, in my
Yeah.
opinion. What do
Yeah.
you
The
know?
most
What do you
Peruvians.
know about Joshua Van? Is he Filipino? He looks Filipino.
He does not. Does he look Filipino?
You don't think he's Filipino? I guarantee he's Filipino descent.
Okay. Van, I think he's semi-dark to be.
Yeah, you don't see. Oh, look, he kissed him, and then boom, and there came the blow. You see that? I love it. This is why the UFC is the
Oh,
way
he
it
does
is.
look Filipino, doesn't he?
But yeah,
Okay.
catch weight. Somebody missed weight here. Can my producer tell me who missed weight here or catch weight? I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, he does look
Can
Filipino.
you pronounce that, Idris? Since you're Asian descent, can you pronounce his name?
Which one? Van?
No, this one right here, the Korean.
Oh. Oh, he put the finger up to him. He said, "Okay, let's go."
Hung Young Ho Kang at 138 pounds.
Yo, I'm from Missouri, Henry.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right now, I have John Castaneda coming up to the scale.
okay, I like this guy.
Yeah, I've actually had a chance to train with him before.
Okay.
With Castaneda, but I know he trained in Arizona for a minute at the lab, and then now he's in Minnesota. But he's a tough son of a gun, man. He's a tough Mexican. I remember, he's got that true Mexican spirit. And here we go, man. This is my boy right here. We got Mark O. Madsen, the two-time Olympian. One of the most respected Greco-Roman wrestlers of all time that are going there. He's part of one. He's part of Fight Ready. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to go to Fight Ready because just of personal family issues. But he went out and did his clinic. Did his camp out in Denmark, and he's out here, man. I'm a little worried about him because I don't know how is it that his camp went because he does have ability, but he's also going up against a veteran. He's going up against somebody that's a lot more experience in that sense, and that's Jared Gordon.
Yeah, Madsen's last fight was tough, huh?
But Mark, his last fight, I want to say he barely won, but now Gordon's a freestyle fighter. Gordon is a freestyle fighter that goes out there and he will use every limb in his body to be able to, he just freestyles where in some ways Mark is a little more, I guess, conventional.
Yeah.
He doesn't use a clinch game as much, especially being from Greco-Roman wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Nazim.
I feel like guys that have these big movements, like you have to match that. And if you don't, you have to just be really good at just stopping it. You know what I mean? Wow, look at this guy. 155.
You're gonna have to help me pronounce these last names. Valislav. Come on, my producer. Where's my producer at? Can you get the names?
Prochazka.
Borshev. And everybody's
like
New York, baby.
Okay.
And then he's got
Slava. I know. I've seen Slava in action. Actually, he's at Team Alpha Male, and man, that guy has his own style. He has he's hard to get really good movement. I feel like Santa Claus Slava, is what they call him.
Yeah, I think it's crazy that they're setting up a guy from Azerbaijan, the country, and a Russian, but these are both two like Eastern Bloc countries, but they both have like if there's something about Eastern Europe that they have a lot of they just come from a good school. They're so good technically. Yep.
Wow, it's lit in there. Look at that. How does that feel, Henry?
Roberts was in the UFC before he ended up getting cut, went to the Ultimate Fighter, and then now he's back. He's back, getting a second chance. Don't we all deserve a second chance at life?
We do.
It's
sometimes it's just timing, What happened with Schnell, though? His is canceled, huh?
Yeah, was Schnell supposed to be on this card?
Yeah, he's canceled. That's my buddy. I wonder what happened.
But we'll
Okay.
see. A lot of these guys with the urgency, a lot of the fact that he's coming back, he's probably a little smarter than he was before. But
Mm-hmm.
will he fight? Smarts against the Polish Nightmare.
Mm-hmm. Not the Polish Nightmare.
Yeah, and he does. Doesn't Mateus Rebecki? Doesn't he look like? Does he look like? Does he look like Eddie Alvarez?
And
The height really doesn't matter, man. The height, and you know this as a short fighter too. Oh,
mm-hmm.
Richie's on this damn thing versus Lupe Godinez. Wow, we got Brazil. We got Brazil versus Mexico.
Oh, you're ahead of me. You're looking at Lupe and Tabitha Ricci, huh? This is going to be a good fight. This is going to be a good fight. Lupe just changed her camps from what I heard, so I wonder how that's going to affect her performance in this fight. But I think if it goes to the ground, that'll be a really interesting look for both of them. But I think whoever wins this is going to open up some doors in their division for both of them.
Yeah, there's Tabitha Ricci.
She don't mess around, honey.
She's
like, Lupe, she looks happy. Hey, a happy fighter.
Oh, she's taking souls. She's taking some souls.
Uh-oh.
There's one thing that I will disagree on, and don't ever do this, Desi. Don't put your hands behind your back. Because at any moment, these people could slap you or push you, and you're not going to have, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't like it.
Okay. She's so beautiful. Okay, Tabitha, let's go. Brown and beautiful. I love that. Ooh, she looks good. Ooh. I'm rooting for Tabitha Ricci. Let's go, girl.
And we have Alessandro Costa now from Brazil. This is a pretty good friend. This is a friend of mine. He trained. He left Brazil 5-6 years ago to try to get into UFC. Went to Mexico, lived there, speaks Spanish now. And he had his debut not too long ago, and he was able to stop his opponent. But again, he's also going against Ozzy. He's going to oink oink oink. I forget how is it that they do it, but whatever.
Ozzy. Oink, oink, oink. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, but they're pretty matched in their records, huh? And but this guy Steve, he's tall compared to Alessandro.
He's 13-1, I believe. I believe in what I saw on his record. He's 13-1, and he's ranked number 13. So this dude is like, he's tall, he's lanky, and then here we go. He's another friend of mine. Now this card is getting stacked and stacked.
Let's go.
We got Diego Lopez versus Sabatini. We got the Diego Lopez. He moved out,
coach, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
He's a jiu-jitsu coach for someone. On this card.
For Alexa Grasso, he coaches a lot of athletes. He trains currently in Mexico, but he's also going against the hard hitter Sabatini. Sabatini, he don't play, man. Like he's out there to put people's lights out, and that's one thing I appreciate from him is the fact that he goes in there and he literally wants to just win. But then again, we have Diego Lopez, a good friend of mine. He's got such a precious soul to him. He got another friend right there that's part of him is Priest Rivera, and anyhow, Diego's had hell of a performances. The UFC loves him. He's becoming a fan favorite, and I'm excited to watch this fight.
Yeah, that sounds pretty interesting.
This fight right here is super competitive, man. Like I think the Tabitha Ricci fight and the Diego Lopez fight, these two fights are going to be absolutely fireworks.
Yeah. I'm excited now for that one.
Frivola versus St. Denis.
Frivola. I love his name. Frivola.
Benoit. Denis. The French. Love it. 156 pounds. I've never seen this man fight. But God, I love French food. Against the American number 14. I mean, this is to enter into the top 15. Matt Frivola, versus the French. Winner here, If the French is able to beat Frivola, he gets into the top 15. So this is a very, very important fight for him.
Where'd she go?
Look at that, playing the mind games. Looking at him eye to eye. Yup. Jessica Andrade right now versus Mackenzie Dern. I tell you what, Desi, are you there? Are you live? Are you with me? Okay, well, I can hear you just a little bit, but here right now we have.
Pause it so she gets back on.
No. You want to go live? Just keep it live for the fans, though. Are you on? Are you on it? Are you on live, Desi? Okay, so you're live.
I can hear her through that.
Yeah. Okay, so I can hear you here. Yeah, so. Yeah, Mackenzie Dern, number 7.
Bro.
Versus Jessica. I had a chance to work with Mackenzie Dern, and she's a talent, man. And she could really focus on her entries on how to take people down and do X, Y, and Z. She's going to be good. But she's also going up against. Go ahead, Desi. I'll let you handle this.
No. I was just going to say, like, Mackenzie, like, dude, just watching her, like, over the last couple years, I feel like her game has refined, especially, like, with her hands. And I feel like Andrade, like, 2 years ago, this would be a problem, I think, for Mackenzie. But I think today, Mackenzie can handle the pressure of Andrade. And, like, I don't know, just from my perspective on the outside looking in, I don't do MMA, but like I would be terrified of Andrade's ground game. But Mackenzie is like fully capable, I feel like, to handle her, right? In that capacity.
Yeah, that's awesome. But notice the start that they just had. Mackenzie Dern is going in there and really shoving herself in there. I mean, that's playing the mind games. I got Mackenzie Dern on this one.
I do too, man. I'm with you. I always have loved Andrade, but like I think she has done some work behind the scenes, and like from woman to woman, like to see you elevate on those levels, like on a she's just pretty inspiring.
Yeah. That's why you're next, man. Muay Thai world champ. Come over to the UFC. What up?
You never say never. Okay.
Yeah. So, what do you think? What do you think of this co-main event with Aspinall and Aspinall and Sergey Pavlovich?
So I like all my people that are in MMA, they're like super excited for this fight. Like they said this one and the Mackenzie Dern fight are probably going to be like the bangers of the show, right? And there's some heavy hitters, right? Like I think both of them are super heavy hitters. What is this? This other guy though is much tall. They're big boys, bro.
Yeah, no, they are. I can tell you. And it seems like Tom Aspinall is a lot more agile than this guy. Like he likes to use a lot more tricks. But with Sergey, but he's also very linear too. But with Sergey's got power in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the majority of all his fights are all finishes. Like especially when you get to the heavyweight division, like power tends to be key. I mean,
Yeah.
If you just have heavy hands, good defense. And that's something that Sergey does have. I mean, he knocked out Derek Lewis. I mean, he knocked out a bunch of people. And I just feel like if you're gonna ask me who is more likely gonna win, I'm gonna give this fight to Sergey Pavlovich. I
don't think it's gonna go.
It's gonna be too much.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go more than 2 rounds.
Yeah, I think typically when it does go past 2 rounds, like it'll go 5. Because it's almost like they deplete everything that they had, and they're just kind of going on whatever it is that they have. You know what I'm saying? Like they could survive the rest of it. But that being said, I mean, Sergey knocking out Tai Tuivasa, knocking out Derek Lewis, and obviously Aspinall with his submission game. I mean, he's been on a road just hurting people.
Yeah. But the other guy, you're right. He looks a little more agile. Definitely. He looks younger in terms of his body type too. I wonder if he can take a real hit from this dude because he's huge.
What is it like? Yeah. Okay. Are you watching the promo right now? Like the promo is just about to finish. Or it's on the
Yes.
short page. Yeah. So
Well, I think my video is slower than yours. I'm watching the UFC ceremonial weigh-in.
now it's at the ceremonial win. So now Tom Aspinall's coming out.
Okay.
Yeah. Tom
Oh, yep.
Tom
Aspinall.
Aspinall, Tom Aspinall 13-3. I
Yep.
mean, I want to
Look
say
at that boy.
yeah, that's a big dude.
That's a big boy. Woo! He looks bigger than he did his last fight, actually. He bulked up. Bulking season, let's go.
You think he's on that secret juice?
I don't know, man. You never know these days. I just don't ask, don't tell type of like,
Don't ask, don't tell. Yep.
woo.
Against Sergey, against Pavlovich. Right now, Pavlovich is ranked number 2. And again, this fight right here is for the interim bout. The person who wins this fight, which I believe is going to be Sergey, I think it's more likely it's going to get that title shot. So they're going to fight John Jones, the winner
Yep.
of John Jones, Stipe Miocic. But we'll see, man. It looks like John Jones is going to be out for about a minute. They're saying that
Yeah.
he could be potentially out for about a year. It makes
Wow.
Joe Rogan look tiny. Look at him look small, man.
Makes him look small.
Do you
He's
wanna hear
6'4".
Huh?
Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
I mean, he's 6'2". Aspinall's 6'2", but I like that extra 2 inches, man. When you're that big, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Sergey's taller, right?
Yes.
No,
Or Tom's taller.
Yeah,
How
Tom's
many? An inch?
Oh yeah,
5'.
sorry. Tom, so they said he's 6'4" and Sergey's 6'2", but it doesn't look like that on the video.
Yeah.
He looks way taller than him.
Yeah.
Ivan Drago.
Wow. Ivan Drago.
Just imagine getting punched in the face by that guy.
Oh, I don't want to. I'd call the cops, dude.
Help me!
But anyhow, I do believe this main event, it is interesting. Obviously, I want to see John Jones, but this is the next best thing. It really is. And getting a chance to actually train and get to know Yuri Prochazka, he's a killer, man. Like, he's a risk taker. He's gonna go in there. He's gonna throw the kitchen sink. He's going to do whatever it is that he has to do in order for him to not just win the fight, but actually finish the fight. Like
Right.
this fights, he fights to finish. He doesn't fight to get a decision. We saw it with Glover Teixeira. We saw it with Dominic Reyes. We saw it with a lot of these guys. We saw it with is it Volksimir?
Volkan Ozdemir.
Yeah, Volkan Ozdemir. Knock out of the year with that elbow that he was able to do. I mean, he's
Yeah.
able to set things up like super crafty dude, super crafty. And there's one thing about Yuri Prochazka that I love so much is the fact that he just has a self belief. Like
Yeah.
he really lives to that whole samurai kind of type feeling, of him really kind of living that thing. He gave me the book, The Five Rings, before he left to Czech Republic, and he's like Gendry, read this book.
Huh.
This book show you very much good things. And the book I read a little bit of The Five Rings. I got to finish it, but it just talks about if you want to be a fighter, you got to understand like these different traits. Like it almost gives you like this discipline.
Yeah.
And the other guy too is Alex Pereira. I actually the first time I met Alex Pereira, this was before he maybe even started fighting. It was at the Israel Adesanya Robert Whittaker fight.
Wow.
And, no, it was when Israel Adesanya fought Anderson Silva, and Pereira was out there, and at that time I was single, and we ended up going out together. And,
Man, dude, I'm a huge fan of Pereira. I'm rooting for him all the way with this one, even though they're both warriors. And like, it's going to be really interesting to see. I think we're going to get some really nice boxing out of both of them. And I don't know, man, it's a really interesting time for Pereira because if he wins this, I mean, he could become a 2-division champ, not only in the UFC, but also with Glory. Like, let's not forget, the background of this guy with Glory. Like, he was a champ with them for many, many years, 2 divisions. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'm on a Pereira train all the way.
Yeah, Glory's just kickboxing, right? There's no knees or elbows involved.
There's knees, but like they have to be fast and there's no clinching. It's like clinch and let go, but absolutely no elbows.
Oh, okay. How long has Glory been around for?
Oh, man. I mean, a long time, over 20 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing though with Yuri though. One thing I will say about Yuri in this fight is Yuri's gonna use every limb of his body, man. And Yuri, if Yuri can stay away from that left hook and stay away from that right kick, particularly the angle, he's in good shape. But if he stands with a dude like that's has super crazy power,
Mm-hmm.
crazy. But on the flip side too, if Alex Pereira isn't if Alex Pereira isn't holding 5 aces against a guy like Yuri, he's done it to his training partner. He's done it to Glover Teixeira. He's taken
Mm-hmm.
it. He's actually submitted him. So this could be an revenge of a lot of things. Revenge for his mentor, his coach, Glover Teixeira, and that's what it is. And now we
Yeah.
have Yuri Prochazka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have it's a different perspective. I think the other thing too that I watch, if I could critique anything about Pereira, not that I'm anywhere near the level, he's got like a very not awkward, I don't know, because he's such a tall guy that it sometimes like it looks like when he's punching, like almost like his chin is up. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but like I
How
feel
about
like
Yuri?
huh? I'm talking about Pereira. Right? He like kind of like does this weird thing where he like punches from back here, like here and then here, and his chin looks like it's up. And I just feel like, man, there can be no open spaces with this guy. It's very dangerous, I feel like, for Pereira. He definitely needs to be super tight.
Dude, how about those stare downs, dude? How about those stare downs? I
That
love
guy.
it. I love it when these guys look at each other in the eyes and nobody wants to blink, nobody wants to move.
Is your wife for Pereira? Is she going for Pereira?
I'm sure. I'm sure. I mean, I would imagine so. I would imagine that she would go for him.
Let's go.
No.
Man, all Brazilian people are dope, man. Every single one of them I met, funny, laugh, good energy. You know what I mean? It's such a really cool culture.
It's
Look
the
at him.
smile. Alex Perez is about the only one that doesn't smile. You know. So don't kid yourself, Desi.
Yeah, this is true. Oh, look at him. He is not playing around. This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Let's go, UFC 295. Woo, take all my money.
I know them both, but I'm going for Yuri, man. I hope Yuri could bring some of that dynamic stuff. Because remember, like he relinquished his belt when he had it. Uh,
Okay.
Immediately when he got hurt, he said, "You know what? Let's let the division move on. Like I'm gonna be out for a minute." He took it like a man.
Yeah.
That they gave him a title shot if he was able to do that. He did that, and now he's getting ready to fight for his belt once again. So
Wow.
to me, Yuri never lost his title, but can Yuri bring in some of that wrestling? Can he mix a lot of his fighting? Because if he does it, and if he just decides to strike, he could be in trouble. But I think Yuri's footwork and his lateral movements could be very, very problematic too for a guy like Alex Pereira.
Ooh, let's go.
So anyhow, I wanted to show all you fans. We're here at millions.co for those who are watching. And I got my auction items here that I wanted to. You probably remember these
I
actually.
do, dude. I know. That's why I commented. I was like, bro, you used to wear those like every day.
Gold is everything.
I
If
know.
you build enough, it's pretty awesome. But anyways, these are my first fight in the UFC. I was able to become the Triple C, the double champ, So these mean the world to me. I'm auctioning these off at millions.co. So you guys make sure to place your bets. And then I got, my championship hat. This is when I beat Dominic Cruz. I
Oh,
got my
dang.
championship hat from the actual, the UFC gives you apparel.
Yeah.
So these are the hat. This is the championship hat. One of the championship hats that I actually got. So
Damn.
you guys, Desi, that you want to auction off or?
I haven't done anything. I do have some t-shirts on my Million site though. I just designed some new dope. Actually from my fight, I had some guys, my buddies out in Bali, they have a gym, it's called Soma, and their design team like helped me make a new graphic tee. So it's super dope. I had like 15, 20 made. And like my fight in Vegas, I had like family, friends, whatever. And people were like, dude, those shirts are so dope. So we made them on Millions.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's answer a few questions before we jet out. Of here.
Yes.
That's cool.
Have either of you fought in New York?
Okay. One of the questions that we're going to answer from a fan has either me or you have we fought in New York City? I'm going to answer first. I have not fought. No,
Brooklyn.
actually, I take that back. I did fight in New York City.
Did
New
you?
York City is magical. I fought in Brooklyn against TJ Dillashaw where I beat him. And then I also fought in the middle of Times Square, and this was in 2011 when I first made my comeback. When I first made my comeback to wrestling, I ended up winning too. I beat the number 2 guy in the world. So for some reason, New York is really special to me. What about you, Des?
No, but I might fight. So there's 2 options to fight December 2nd, one here in SoCal, California, and then one for the Warriors Cup, which is on the East Coast. So I don't know if they're in New York, but I heard like I have so many people out in New York, they want to see me fight. And so I kind of actually want to go to that promotion because I haven't been on the East Coast really at all.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, let's answer a couple more. What else? What they got?
What we got?
Do you think Dana White privilege is real because Stipe was lost in this situation?
Okay, the question was: do we believe that Dana White privilege is real? Since Stipe,
That doesn't really make sense because Stipe is white.
I don't think that makes sense. But no, I don't think so. I think Dana's not racist, man, by any means. If there's anything that
Right.
Dana loves more than anything, it's called green. He loves that money. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, look. You guys take a look at Bud Light. We went. Ooh, there's me. Anyways, I'm just watching these highlights, but
You're
that's
on
awesome.
there? That's awesome.
Watch my reaction. Watch my analysis. I'm going to be breaking these 2 fights down where I can give you guys the best analysis that I possibly can, round by round, if the fights will finish early. I'm excited for UFC 295, and I hope you guys are too. Desi, you have any last words?
Nope. I'll see you mañana, my friend.
Okay, are you on with me?
I'm on with you, baby. Let's go.
Let's do it. What you wearing?
I don't know. We should color coordinate. Hey, we're kind of color coordinating now.
Anyways, all right, guys, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. You guys make sure to go to millions.co. That's right, sign up. Auction items, hats, we have it all, not just from the Triple C, from a lot of your greatest athletes, and also you got Desi who's got merchandise. She's got merchandise everywhere too at millions.co. So you guys make sure to join me and Desi. That's right, tomorrow for the co-main event and the main event only at millions.co. See you guys tomorrow at UFC 25. Whoa!
Damn, bro, you looking strong.